Majority of Nigerian clubs are dependent on government sponsorship.
The teams do not want the media involved for whatever reason.
It's only what they want you to do that you will do.
Media relations is linked to the success of some of the most popular football leagues in the world. Who is responsible for media relations in Nigeria's Premier League clubs? How can media relations contribute to solving problems of the league?
The advantages of doing effective public relations are massive.
Zero, aka swag back. Now and then riders and Ngwu. I pledge to cold city with all my strength. To my landlord, I promise. Glorious equalizer. What a time also to get it. Sunshine star.
The Nigeria Premier Football League first started as an amateur league of 6 teams in 1972. It was changed to a professional league in 1990 and became a Premier League of 20 clubs in 2003. The league management company was instituted in November 2012 by the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, to supervise the top-flight football league. The Nigeria Professional Football League is currently referred to as the Globe Premier League because it is sponsored by Globacom Limited, a telecommunications company in Nigeria. It is a young evolving league with unique problems, but progressing, albeit slowly. How is media relations being practiced in this league, and how can it speed up the growth of the league? A glimpse of the problems that caused the slow march of Nigeria's Premier League and how some of them affect media relations efforts is essential. In Enugu State, southeast Nigeria, Rangers International Football Club has been in the league since inception. It is an example of a typical Nigeria Premier League club and plays their home games at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu. Coach John Obu, Enugu Rangers coach and former coach of Nigeria's under-20 men's football team, has coached 4 Premier League sides.
Majority of Nigerian clubs are dependent on government sponsorship. The Nigerian clubs don't have enough publicity. They don't have enough money. And I think it's because of the financial situation of so many clubs. You require money to deal with some of these issues.
Sports presenter Chisom Mbano highlights some unique problems affecting the league.
You have games where the teams do not want the media involved for whatever reason. Now I say to people, if you don't allow the media come in here, how do you keep records? A lot of factors have come into play. So you have things like the poor officiating, you have the things like poor player welfare. So we have to put it in perspective and understand that these things have played a part. But also, a crucial part of it is lack of media involvement. Okay? And I think it's not just the league that has failed to do that, but the media, the way it is run in the country.
The only people I see on the field of play is people who do the business of football, the media, the coaches, not too many fans, and that's the problem.
Coach of Sunshine Stars Football Club of Akure in Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria, Henry Abiodun, talks about problems that arise when teams blockade the media.
For example, when you televise all these games, it brings value to the league, bring value to the club, bring value to the players. So when you don't communicate or exploit the opportunities you have in the media, then you're placing a low value on your products from the players, coaches, even the management staff, so that means you are just working and you don't have value to it. You don't add value to it. So it's a bad thing to do.
Who is responsible for media relations in Nigeria Premier League clubs? What are their activities? 140 kilometers from Enugu is the Dan Anyam Stadium in Owerri, Imo State, southeast Nigeria, home stadium of Heartland Football Club. Heartland FC unveiled a new coach at their office during a press conference in June 2014, organized by their media officer, Kajetan Mwokbara.
To be able to work effectively here, one, you have to know the team. That means you have to be wherever the team is. You have to travel with the team. You have to know, besides the academic training or professional learning, you have to have idea of football. You have to know the football laws. You have to become a footballer by mind, whether you played or not.
The media officer is always with the team, wherever they go. So we can't leave the home front empty, and that's why we have a team. So when, for instance, there's an outside match, an away match, the media officer is always there with them to make sure that whatever happens there, you relate it to the public.
We have broadcast, we have print, we have online. We use all this, we have Twitter, okay? In broadcast, we use almost radio and TV stations, broadcast media. We use it, we use print media, all the newspapers, we use email to, reach out. Why journalists rely on this? Because of the peculiarities of we find ourselves in. Most journalists would like to come and cover your matches, let's say home matches from different parts of the country. And unfortunately, their media outfit might not have the budget or money or fund to take care of the journalists coming from there to come and cover our matches. Because if the journalist seeks the permission of the organization to come and cover, they'll say, okay, you have the right to go, but we don't have money.
While club websites are seldom updated, Twitter is used for online engagement. Shortage of funds to employ skilled web managers is blamed. Why is media relations not taken seriously by Nigeria Premier League clubs?
More often than not, the problem we find in Nigeria, the scene here, is that they think anybody, just about anybody, can send out information and tell a story about the brand. Just because you followed the team for 30 years means you know everything about the team. Yes, you might know everything about the team, but you might not know how to send out the right information, the right message, without sounding off-key, without sounding crass, without sounding brash. So that's the problem I find in Nigeria. They don't understand the professional side of public relations.
Well, in some club sides, media officers are part of management. In Nigeria, it's only what they want you to do that you will do.
About 2 out of 10 Premier League matches every week are shown live on satellite TV, SuperSport.
There's no structure to how things are going out. I mean, I read press releases from media officers, and one, they're haphazard, they don't come in regularly, they only come in maybe once in a while, and sometimes maybe if there's something they need to react to, then they send the press release. Now, their media structure is supposed to be proactive, not reactive. What they are doing now is just reacting to events, and then, to make matters worse, some of the media officers are incompetent. They can't write good grammar, they can't structure a press release, they don't have a set of rules, a style guide, so to speak, governing them, so that they know, okay, look, this is how we structure our media plan for the year.
I've seen a situation where a team don't have money. The media officers go to say, we are having financial problem. And then the media officer is being sacked.
Poor finance and insufficient funds available to clubs, as well as media organizations in Nigeria, militate against effective media relations.
In Nigeria in particular, you can erode the confidence that exists between you and your team by going out to tell the world that your player is injured, he may not play in the next 20 minutes. Added to that is that you might not even have the facts.
Some club management and government officials prefer the closed system of public relations and secrecy.
We have a Twitter account. Heartland has a Facebook account. Heartland has a website, www.heartlandfc-ng.com. We have them, but you discover that they are not the appropriate channels people are using in Heartland as at the moment, in this our society, in this our environment as at the moment.
It also appears that media officers are more interested in engaging with their existing fans and not facing the challenge of building worldwide fandom. Some of these problems, listed by club officials and journalists, can be solved if only league and club managements are committed to solving them. How can media relations be improved to contribute in solving the problems of the Nigeria Premier Football League?
Send out the positive messages all the time. I'm going to tell you that what we've done with the media company I work with is we tell ourselves we will always find the positive side of what's gone on here.
LMC, that is talking about the league management company organizing the league, they said pay enhanced salaries, that any player in the Premier League will not earn anything less than 150,000 naira. And that is what obtains now.
Nigeria's Premier League clubs need to have professional public relations practitioners as their media officers, whose advice must be followed by officials and players. Media officers and the press are also encouraged to focus on telling positive stories.
There's so much money, so many ways to make money, even from adverts or straps, banners on the websites. So many ways to make money. The teams will need to realize that their agenda for what they need to do, the different aspects that they need to work on, have to be spelled out and individually and specifically worked on. I can't think of any team that has a proper website in the Nigerian league. In fact, even Enyimba and Rangers, I wouldn't call it proper because it is not updated regularly. They have to be updated regularly.
Let us give this support to these media officers. Let them have enough equipment to record both home and away matches effectively. And don't forget one important thing. Once in a while, put them together and let them understand a lot of the game. Because why fans misbehave most at times, it is when they misinterpret the laws of the game. Like, this is offside. You see them shouting. Even when the referee can interpret it in another way that is not an offside.
Officiating will improve with increased media coverage, while hooliganism can be checked by constantly educating fans using media relations. The immediate community should also be carried along and given a sense of belonging in order to increase the local fan base.
The advantages of doing effective public relations are massive and huge. First of all, a stronger brand. Stronger brand translates to stronger financial strength and muscle. Stronger financial strength and muscle translates to stronger team acquisition, translates to stronger player welfare. Stronger player welfare translates to bigger fan base. Bigger fan base translates to a more powerful brand. More powerful brand brings in more investors. More investors means more financial strength. So you see that circle, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. So you have to get it right.
Ethical management and increased allocation for clubs' media platforms, activities, and equipment will result to effective media relations and the subsequent increase in the perception, reputation, and fortunes of the clubs. Media relations can be the major solution and is already doing some good for Nigeria's Premier League. But once it is made a priority, a faster growth is inevitable. Until then, a slow march or hindered progress will continue to be witnessed.
So dynamite, yeah. This spice. This is your love when I die. This is your love when I chara chara. This is your love when I tear. On the boom can maya maya, baby mo. Apana nigina chumoyi, baby mo. Apana nigina chumoyi. Omali chonga mo. Apana nigina chumoyi. Omali chonga mo. Apana nigina chumoyi. Baby, nobody feel love me the way you do. Now only you wake up to be my baby. Everything I get, I go give them all to you. I promise to love no other but only you. Me and you together, no matter the weather. My sugar banana, we gon' live forever. This is your love when I die. This is your love when I chara chara. This is your love when I